Guys, the bullshit continue. The bullshit of United Kingdom continues. You know how these people are like in this stupid artificial dream. They're testing me about. I was in a dream that I gave up. This older lady wanted to come and sit on my seat or something in the car. Anyhow, I ended up giving up my seat. And I was gonna buckle her up, and she says no, she was hot. So I just let her, as she wishes and whatnot. So anyhow, it's an artificial dream. It's not real. You know how they manipulate your dream. They're like testing me to see if they, you know what I mean? They think they're gonna use something against me when I have to make a hard decision. Guess what? Where I make in a dream state, it doesn't mean I'll make it in a real life. So whatever you're testing is bogus. It's not really gonna get you the right statistic. You know? You understand what I'm saying? Whatever, you know? Anyhow. And if you think you're gonna make me have to choose, you know? Yeah. If you're thinking you're gonna manipulate another situation, and where I have to make a decision, right? You know, I've been at this game for a long time. I've been in this game of evil of United Kingdom for a long time. You know? But this experience have taught me how wicked this United Kingdom can be. You know? It's not the country, it's the ruler of United Kingdom are the wicked one. You know what I'm saying? Similar to Canada. Canada is not the wicked one. The rulers are the wicked one. You know, the governments. Every country I encounter to is not the country. Yeah, you know, I understand. I know how to distinguish from a country, from a ruling, you know, body or governments or whatnot. I'm not that stupid, you know. But anyhow, they testing me, you know. It's like they have no right to test me. Only God is allowed to test me. Nobody else allowed to test me, you know. Nobody, none other human being allowed to test me. Okay. So get the hell out of my life, man. I don't care to know you guys. You keep persisting, coming in somebody's life without consent, without approval. You think you think you're above the law. You know what I'm saying? You're not above the law. Nobody's above the law. You know. But anyhow, your day is coming. You know. And the way I look at it, you're not gonna live forever. All these people who made this decision, wrong decisions, to attack me, attack the 144,000, they're gonna pay. You're gonna pay what you've done. Bi'iznillah, you're gonna pay. You know? If I were to be given 1,000 years to live, like Abraham and Isaac, Jacob, all the prophets have been given a lot of life, you know. I will dedicate my life to find each one of you to do you wrong. I'm gonna dedicate 1,000 years to find every one of you, you know. That's all I'm gonna say. Attacking me all day long. I've been in bed for a long time because I'm being attacked with radiation. You know, these wicked are attacking me with radiation all day long, you know. But anyhow, so when I asked God to show me if my brother was involved, he showed me. But he never really said what his involvement was. How extensive is his involvement, right? And So anyhow, I'm interested to know what he actually do. I know God told me he was, but what did he actually do? You know what I mean? Is there something I'm willing to forgive? Or something I'm not? You know, my sister were talking about what I told them. I told them my brother is involved. I told them this before, a long time ago. I told him, he has something to do with this. And being in the Secret Service and doing all of that, his involvement with them or working for them, whatever. And anyhow, I told her about this, and she told me, well, he would not do anything to harm you. He's not like that. Yeah. But anyhow, God told me he's involved, right? But I just, my sister said, oh, God is not going to tell you what he actually did. That's what she said. What he actually did, God is not going to tell me because he's my brother, right? But God will write a verse or a surah he wrote about Yusuf, and he talked, one of the prophets where his brothers threw him in a well. No, sold him or something like that. But anyhow, he ended up being sold, the story, and he became the king of Egypt because he was raised by this pharaoh. Anyhow, he ended up to be the king of Egypt one day, and yeah. And another story was Prophet Muhammad. Also, no, it wasn't Prophet Muhammad. Prophet Isa or Jesus. He was betrayed. So God wrote about that. Clear verse in the Holy Quran and in Bible and all of that. So is Yusuf, he talks about the betrayal of the family members. His brothers betrayed him, and God wrote surahs about. So my sister, I didn't want to get in debate with her because I know she's wrong. But God would write a surah about it, but he would not tell me, right? I do not believe what she believes, you know what I mean? She believe, I don't know. She believe God is not going to tell me, I'm going to ask God to tell me what he actually do. Because even the enemy tell me what he did, I cannot trust the enemy, You understand? I just want to hear from God what he actually do. Is something I'm willing to forgive? Is he have involvement of the killing my mom, my mother, my dad, and my aunt? Is he has that? Because if he has an involvement, forget it. I would never forgive him. I would not forgive him even if his life depend on it. You know what I'm saying? If he's in the ocean drowning and he needed a floating donuts to help him save his life, I would not even help, because this is not forgivable. Okay? Because if you play the part in harming on my family or me, I cannot forgive that person. I cannot trust them anymore. You understand? And just not something I'm willing, Just this is a line should not be crossed, and he should not have done what he have done. And he knows now. He knows I know. Because he called my other brother and he said to him, oh, Buddha is not calling me. He has not called me. He did not check on me to see how I'm doing and whatnot. And he called me yesterday. I looked at the phone. I didn't want to pick up the phone, And I know he knows. I know because the enemy told him. They told him, I know. You know what I'm saying? Now he's feeling kind of way, self-conscious about what he had done. It's too late, you know? But that's what I want to know in order for me to decide whether I'm going to forgive him or not, you know? If he played a part in my family, harming on my mom and dad and my aunt, or putting my brother in a wheelchair, no way in hell I will forgive him. And if he's a Mason, definitely not gonna forgive him, you know? And I don't care. You know what I'm saying? But anyhow, that's what's I've been thinking about this, and I'm just thinking what his involvement, you know, what part is if his involvement in this was happening. To me, I've been put in through the ringer. I've been harmed left and right for a long time, and if he's part of it, how could I forgive something like that? I've been harmed day and night by these people, and I could never really and a family member betray me. No way, no way, no way in hell. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna pray for God to reveal to me what He actually did, because I'm not gonna take this enemy, because they're protecting him. They are protecting him, obviously, because they care what I think about him. Why would they care about what I think about him? They never cared about any other family members. Why would they care about this part, about this one? You understand? You understand? Yeah. Yeah. Food for thought, guys. That's what I'm going to pray for God, the infinite Allah Almighty, to reveal to me what my brother actually did. Okay? That's all I want to know. I want to hear it from God. No, nobody else. Nobody else matters.